Hello everybody. I am just starting off this row, tying a knot, securing my thread. I'm going to show you all how to properly secure this corner piece so it does not flap off and cause like irritation or cause the entire row to unravel. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes for you guys to hop on. And if you missed this video, don't worry. I will post the full video on YouTube, and you guys will be able to see it there. Now, obviously, this is super close. I want you guys to be able to see that corner and where the knot is hitting. But it is also important about the actual knot that I make. But that is very, very hard to capture on video, so that will be for another time. I can get a little more in detail and in depth on the knot that I actually make when securing the wefts. And if that's something that you are having trouble with, you can actually purchase a class just specifically on stitching if you're having trouble with, keeping your stitching secure and all that. So this is usually a very tough area, especially for beginners. And I mean, sometimes it even still happens to me that this very, very corner little teeny spot is not super 100% flat. So I'm going to show you guys how to really focus on just really trying to get that to lay flat. So this is only one piece, obviously, but when working with 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, what you want to try to do is you want to try to stagger your wefts. So you don't want to stack all 3 corners right here. You want to just have one weft really just right at the edge of this bead section. And this is a mannequin, obviously, so it's a little funky, but you only really want to have one weft right here. Then your other 2 wefts, if you're doing 3 and 3, your other 2 wefts can start maybe back here, here even. This one, if this is like your lighter piece, then you want that other 2 pieces or other piece or however many pieces you're doing on a side to start further back than that first weft. You always want to have just maybe 1, maybe 2 wefts at this very last section of the bead, just because it's heavy and sometimes it's really hard to get more than 1 weft down there if you're a beginner. So just be aware of that. So 1 weft is best here if you can, and stagger back. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Hey, Alicia, what's happening? So what I like to do is I start like back at this bead back here. Sometimes I start a little bit further up and I go this way and then I come back, kind of like a typewriter. It just helps ensure for the most security. Okay, so I go over. And I don't tighten my stitch until it is exactly where I want it to be, because once you pull tight on that stitch, you're not going to get it up. And if you have any loose stitches in between, like right here, a brush can easily catch on that and it can pull, it can rip out, it can break, and it can unravel your entire stitch, which is not fun. Okay, so there's my knot, and I'm slowly pulling it tight. It's a little funky because my phone is like right in my face right now, so I'm trying to work around it, so excuse me while I adjust. Okay, so here we come on this corner stitch. So most people would stop right here. Most people would stop right here, okay? And when I run my finger back like this, you see this is lifting up. Hopefully you get my disgusting nail underneath. This is all lifting, right? So we don't want that. So we can't stop right there. We have to do another knot at least. Okay, this is just another regular stitch. Okay, that's better, but I'm still crashing into this little teeny piece right here. So what do I have to do? What I like to do is I like to come up with my needle. And then I come through the loop. Okay, and really be careful on this not to pull it tight until it is exactly where you want it to be. Okay, so move all the little pieces of hair out of the way. I want you guys to be able to see. And it's going to go right on that little flappy piece. Okay, and now there's no lifting. And you could do another one right there if you want, which I think I will. Okay, so this is a secret. This is the secret, guys, to the non-flappy corner. So I'm going right where I want the stitch to be with my needle. And then I come, so I have my loop and I come right through the loop with my needle. Okay, and I am very, very careful as to where my knot sits. Okay, look at, boom. Okay, so now I'm going to come back down again. Okay, so now we're going back the way we just came from. Right next to it. And then I just back stitch all the way back and then all the way around and do the exact same thing on the other side. Now, sometimes it takes more than 2 stitches to do that. And that's okay. The only thing you want to be careful of is that it's not too bulky. Because if it's too bulky, it'll be worse and in the way, and it can cause more problems if it's too bulky sticking out. So you also want to make sure that you don't have any twisties in your thread. Okay. So that, my friends, is very flat corner, okay? You can't see, you can't feel anything lifting. There's nothing to crash into. It's super flat. See? So, that's the secret to the corner pocket. That's what I call it. I call it a corner pocket. And that right there is just, you know, when you feel that there's no flip up, that's just the best feeling ever. Because you can catch that with a comb, with a brush, with whatever. So you don't want to ever be able to lift up there. So that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. I know that was a quick one, but you know, see you again next week. Bye.